stood in here.
It's so dark. Oh, there we go. There's some lights. We are live. Woo, woo. Hey, everybody. Sitting here reading the comments before we get on. That's exciting. Can you guys hear me? Please tell me if you can hear me, because you would not believe the ghetto setup. Oh, I forgot we're not allowed to say ghetto. It offends people. I've been told in the comment section I can't say that word. Anyway, we have a ghetto setup. You would not believe. We have like moving boxes and everything. And
Sounds good.
I just need to know if you can hear me. Hello, Joe. Let's hear it. I want to hear you talk, Joe. Okay, awesome. Okay, good. My podcast app or my podcast microphone is in a funky position. I don't like to just use the laptop microphone because it's not as good. Maybe it wasn't a good idea. They need to.
Hello, everybody. Come on.
I'm so excited to hang out with you guys tonight. I started thinking, was this a mistake doing it the night before we hit the road? Oh my gosh, we've had so much going on. And I thought, no, it'll be fun. It'll be really fun because you guys have been here with us through everything and we're finally here. So this is kind of like a celebration. And it's also a celebration because you guys know we recently hit 50,000 subscribers. So I wanted to honor that with you guys and celebrate that before we head out for Alaska. Slightly blurry. Am I blurry to everybody or just some people? I don't know if it's our connection. You know, we have the Wi-Fi here in the apartment complex.
Your camera.
So it might be, no, my camera's clean. I cleaned the camera. Okay, give me 1 second. Hold on. I might need to move this over so that that light shines through better. You know what I'm saying? Because when the light's brighter, it's not as pixelated. Not blurry. No, you're good. Okay. Whoever said we're blurry, I don't know. It might be on your end. I'm hoping that we're not blurry. We don't always get the best signal from the apartment Wi-Fi, so we'll do our best. So how's everybody doing? I am so excited. We have been super busy. We have been recording a video for you guys all week long of our last week in Virginia, and I've been working on editing that, so that'll be up in just a couple of days. We hit the channel like right as we head out on the road across country, but I wanted to give you guys something before we go. Just because, you know, there might be a little bit of a delay between the time that we leave Virginia and we get to Alaska, depending on internet signal at the hotels across the way and what I can upload and what I can't. So just bear with us and be patient because that's all just like the unknowns right now. Just trying to see some of the comments here. Hey, girl. Hey, Settled Roots. I'm so glad you're able to make it tonight. I know some of you have been watching the channel for a long time and you've never been able to make it to one of the lives. So I'm super happy to have you. We are here in the empty apartment. You guys, this is our bedroom. Remember what our bedroom looked like? Everything is gone. Everything is packed in the trailer. We did our final walkthrough yesterday with our apartment manager and we are sleeping on Parker's mattress. He has 2 twin mattresses. So he's sleeping on one tonight. Me and Joe are sleeping on the other one. And then those are going in the dumpster tomorrow because we're not taking them to Alaska with us. But the mattresses and our suitcases here on the floor, that's all that's left in the apartment other than like the dog kennels. We have our ice chest ready. We went grocery shopping today for all the things that we're taking across country. And then that's pretty much it, I think. Right?
I think so.
Yeah. Joe's been busy packing up the trailer. Somebody said they can't wait to hear you tonight since normally, you know, yeah. Oh my goodness. You guys, make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that. Hi, Gabrielle. Wishing you safe travels tomorrow. Can't wait to see all the Alaskan content. Woo, woo.
You don't hear me most of the time because I hate the camera. So
yeah, he really does. This is actually a huge step that Joe even sits with me on the live streams. And I'll tell you guys what, I get some pretty nasty comments and they're always from guys about Joe not talking. Like, what's wrong with that man? Doesn't he know how to talk? Like I even had somebody, well, I won't bring that one up because that's going to irritate me, but I just delete them because it instantly sets me off. It's like, everybody's different. you know, just because Joe doesn't talk as much as me doesn't mean there's anything wrong with him, right? Trust me when I say he talks. He just is a little camera shy, but he's getting a lot better. I saw Elena Ortiz on there. I want to say hi. I was stationed with her in the Coast Guard. She was my supervisor. Best supervisor I ever had. I always say that. She was on here last time too, but I love you. I'm glad to see you are on your way. My wife and I are hopefully not going to be too far behind you. Are you guys going to Alaska? There's actually quite a few people. There's a
I
fly.
think you missed a whole bunch up there.
See, we're not even on the farm anymore. We have flies. All right, so let me just put out a little disclaimer. You guys are literally propped up on moving boxes right now, a Tupperware and a TV box. So with me scrolling, I'm going to try my best not to move the laptop because it'll shake everything and then we're going to be shaking. So East Coast is going to miss some great people. Pascal and blessings from Baltimore. Can't wait until you're in Alaska. Thank you, Cynthia. The East Coast has been good to us. It really has. Let me move this down just a little bit. Hang with me for a second. Okay. The East Coast has been really good to us. We've been here for 8 years. We were just talking about how this is the longest we've ever been stationed in one place. So Parker pretty much lived most of his life here in Virginia. He was born in Alaska, but we moved here when he was 10 months old, so he doesn't remember Alaska that much. But yeah.
The longest we've been here in one place, but we've moved the most since we've been here.
Yeah. We've moved 4 times just since we've been in Virginia, not because of the military, but you guys, we sold our first house, built the farmhouse, which is where we started the YouTube channel. So if you go back and see our very first videos, that was at our farmhouse that we built on 18 acres. Sold the 18-acre farm, built up the 1-acre homestead, then decided we're going to retire in Alaska. And you guys, know the rest. We sold that, moved into the apartment temporarily. But yeah, I think we're just used to moving. We're military. We've been moving around our whole lives. So we're like, wait, you're going to stick us here for 8 years? No, we got to move. Hi from Oregon. My son was stationed in Alaska while serving in the Air Force. Alaska is beautiful. It really is. Was he up in Elmendorf? It's Elmendorf, right? By Wainwright?
There's a couple of them.
Yeah.
I don't know which ones are where.
If it was Elmendorf, we were stationed up in Fairbanks, Alaska. So we might have been close to him. And I'm hoping it's not too echoey in here. You get an empty room and it's like super echoey. Daniel says Joe talks too much. Calm it down, Joe. Calm it down. Thank you both for your service. Thank you, Mike. We really appreciate that very much. It was our pleasure, every bit of it. We would do it again and again. Hello, Paula from Kentucky. Trying to catch up on some of these. Chatted with Dad. He says retired Colonel, U.S. Air Force, shared your situation. He said, I feel he will not be penalized. So yeah, that's what we're hoping. You guys know our situation. We're in the same situation we were last time, basically, that we spoke with you guys about this mandate. It's kind of weird because Joe, you guys know, I've been updating you. He was ordered to medical September 15th and did not take it for the reasons that I shared with you guys. And we haven't heard anything since. So, we had a retired coastie that told me, oh, he's good. He's got retirement orders. You guys are good. And it's like, I appreciate that and I get it. But there's so much unnecessary stress that the Coast Guard is causing by all the threats and intimidation, right? Because on one hand, we have his retirement orders, which we are executing, right? Which is paying for our household goods shipment, my car to be moved, all the things that we've been doing the last couple weeks. But then on the other hand, he got that disciplinary form in September, mandating him to get to medical to get it or else. And so, yeah, it's just like one person saying one thing, another one saying another. And I'm just like, we're just praying and we're just trusting God to get us through it. And by golly, we have retirement orders. So we're going to just act on them unless we hear different. So we are literally in the same position that we were last time we talked to you guys. But
because I didn't get it, I'm supposed to get a negative. They call it negative page 7, but I never got it. I guess my command's just holding it. So
he has a good captain. I've shared that with you guys too. He has a really supportive command. They're all vaccinated by choice, and they support Joe and other people in his unit that haven't gotten it. So I think if it wasn't for his command being as supportive as they are, we might not be here. Joe might already be out, because it really, unfortunately, seems like it's depending on the command that the member is in, which shouldn't be that way, right? There should be consistency across the board. The policy should be the same for everybody, but it really depends on your commander and what his values and beliefs are. And if his values and beliefs are the other way, he can have you out like super fast. And we're already seeing that happen, and it's really sad. But my friend, I do hope that you're right. That's what we're hoping for. A wise man listens more than he talks, Joe.
that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Joe's a good listener.
And you're a good talker.
I am a good talker. I like to talk. Talking is fun. I'm so excited for you guys. Can't wait to watch your adventure in Alaska. I can't wait to take you guys. We have so much to do. And we're going to take you guys with us every bit of the way. So where are you moving? Outside of Anchorage. I try not to give like specific locations just because, privacy and safety with the internet, but it's about 2.5 hours north of Anchorage in the Mt. Valley area. So we have lived in Fairbanks, Alaska, and we've also been stationed in Ketchikan, Alaska. And where we're going is somewhere we've never lived before, but it's, Fairbanks was like, we had the minus 50 degrees up there. Ketchikan, it rained all year. It was a tempered rainforest. So we kind of wanted something in the middle so that we had like the best location where it wasn't too cold, but we didn't get just rain constantly. So I'm really excited about the area that we chose. Joshua. Hi, Joshua. You talk with me a lot in the comments. Buying the new truck in December, toy hauler in January, then Petersburg in June. Wish I was leaving tomorrow. You sound like us. And I told you this before. It's going to fly by. It's going to fly by. When we moved in here, it was 8-9 months ago. And I thought, it's going to take forever. And here we are. I just can't believe it.
Petersburg, Alaska?
Yeah. I think, Joshua, you're going to Petersburg, Alaska, right? I'm pretty sure he is. He's been talking with me in the comments.
Yeah, they pulled in there a few times. Coming up the Wrangell Narrows.
Yeah, Joe was stationed on the Coast Guard cutter Anthony Petite, and they managed all the buoys and everything in the inland waterways. So he got to see all that beautiful Alaska. Nancy says Joe is hilarious. Nancy, you have no idea. It's so funny because I get so many comments. And I'm like, I wish maybe one day, maybe if we keep doing YouTube, maybe Joe will open up and show you guys the real Joe. What do you think?
Probably not.
Probably not? Okay, we'll reserve the shot.
Maybe if you catch me off guard.
Is that what I have to do? Keep that in mind. Will you be posting videos during your travels? I'm going to try, Catherine. So if you guys remember, when we went to Alaska in August for that week, I tried so hard to post a freaking video for you guys. And we went into Starbucks, and I sat in Starbucks for 3.5 hours, and it was at 20%. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Then we went to dinner at our friend's house, and I groveled and begged them to use their Wi-Fi to try to upload a video while we had dinner and stuff. And we were at their house for 3 hours, and I was so excited to open it up and see that it uploaded, and it was at 56% or something like that. And I was just like, so we ended up posting that video on the way home when we were in Anchorage at a hotel waiting for our flight. So I'm hoping that the Wi-Fi and the hotels, some of the hotels that we'll be staying at across country will be strong enough, because I'm going to be filming. We are going to the Ark Encounter in Kentucky with Parker. We've never been, but I've heard amazing things about it. So there's a lot of things that we're going to do along the way. Oh, and guess what? We get to see Lexi. Lexi, for some of you guys that are newer to the channel, that's our daughter. She's 20. And we weren't originally going to get to see her, but we are stopping in Washington to see my mom. And Lexi's decided to fly up, and she's going to spend the weekend with us before we catch the ferry. And I'm so excited. I haven't seen her in just over a year, and I'm going to bawl my eyes out. I'm going to ugly cry. Are you going to cry?
No.
No. I'm going to cry. You know I'm going to cry. I'm just going to lose it. I miss her. You know, mamas, oh my gosh, she was my firstborn. And because she's a girl, like she became my best friend in those last couple years that she was at home. And I haven't seen her since last September, I think. So it's going to be an amazing reunion with her. Hi, Angie. Sorry, the comments are going fast. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. If you had a question or something that you want to make sure that we touch on, please just repaste it for me. It's not intentional, I promise. Joshua says, I bought 8.3 acres on the southern tip of the Lindenberg Peninsula, just north of the Keene. Did you mean Kenai? Maybe you meant Keene Island. That is going to be so cool. Is there a cabin already on the land, or do you have to like build it up once you get there? Madison, it's your niece. She says, I hope you guys can come see us soon. Yeah. Man, Madison, I would love that too. I haven't been back to Arizona in a long time. I know Joe's been back a couple times with the Coast Guard and stuff and been able to see you guys. That would be really neat. Parker asks about you guys all the time. You should come see us in Alaska, Madison. Yeah. I mean, there's not much room, but we'll make room. Always make room for family, right? We love you guys very much. When will you see your daughter in person? Yeah, Sarah. Yeah, I'm going to be seeing her in like just a couple weeks. I get to spend the whole weekend with her. My mom is going to cook an early Thanksgiving dinner. My mom's favorite holiday is Thanksgiving. And you guys, she cooks everything. Like she could feed an army with the Thanksgiving dinner that she cooks. And I was like, Mom, you really don't have to do that. I haven't seen my mom in like 3 years. I'm like, you really don't have to do that. But it's, you know, it's her love language and that's what she loves to do. And I will eat me some turkey. I have no issue with that, you know, and some giblet gravy and all that good stuff. Oh, stop it. Hello from North Carolina. Our family is planning on moving to Copper River Basin next year. We've been following your story and y'all give us much inspiration. Thank you. I'm so glad. We are really excited about the move. There's a lot of uncertainty. Obviously, we've never done this before. We've lived in Alaska twice, but this is different. This is not with the military, living in military housing or anything like that. You know, this is going off on our own, and we are off grid in the sense that we are not connected to city power. We are pushed out there. So this is all going to be very new for us, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah, a little scary.
A little scary. I feel like with Joe, we can do anything. Like, you're my bestie. I think we can make it happen. Although I guess I need to step up my game and start making some fires, since people seem to have an issue with the fact that I didn't make the fire on the videos. Yeah. Y'all know, if you're on my Instagram, I posted Dennis's comment the other day. He wasn't very nice. He was like, you need to start a fire and help your man. Maybe one day you can become a better partner. And I was like, whoa, have a cup of coffee and calm down. So funny. You don't know me, homie. You don't know if I know how to start a fire.
You don't.
I do, as long as Joe's got the wood chopped and stuff. I was trying to read that one. It just went by. Give me 1 second. How long do you have to live there for you to be able to get a resident hunting license?
Well,
1 year, right? Let's see.
I am a resident, so I can get it. But
oh yeah, Joe kept his residency there.
I think it is a year.
I think it is a year, yeah. Your baby, yes. I'm so excited to see Lexi. It's okay. No worries for being late, Lana and Kenny. We are here. We would wait for you. Keene Island. Okay. So Susan, the ATV, the Polaris Ranger, that's part of this video that I'm editing, you guys, but it finally got shipped out, didn't it, Joe? Old Dimitri came through and saved the day. And he just took it like 2 days ago. So it's on the way. It's kind of scary because our storage unit with all of our stuff is somewhere on the way to Alaska. My car is somewhere on the way to Alaska, and now the Polaris Ranger is on the way too. So literally all we have left is the truck and the trailer, which is what we'll be pulling to take with us. But we did finally get that shipped out. Building my dream house and starting a new business. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, Joshua. And, you know, sometimes just going for it. It's scary, but sometimes you got to get scared to make something happen or to do something different or something you've always wanted to try. And unfortunately, a lot of people hold themselves back because of the fear of something different or the fear of the unknown. But I kind of get high on that. That's like my personality. I'm like, oh, let's do this. It's going to be an adventure and we're going to be fine. It's not going to be fine. It always works out. Yes, we are leaving tomorrow morning. We're going to load up the couch tonight. The couch in the living room is the only piece of furniture we have left because I need something to sit on the last week we're in here. I wasn't going to sit on the floor.
I could sit on the bed.
I could have sat on the bed. There's just something weird about having my morning coffee in my bed. Like, I don't know. You know, if you're like a routine person, like I get stuck in my routines. But anyway, we're going to load the couch tonight and we are going to head out in the morning. What time are we leaving? We haven't even talked about that. Like, I think we should leave super early.
Like, what's that?
I don't know. Like
3:30 in the morning?
Whoa. 3:30 in the morning. That's not even morning. Like, I'm still sleeping. I was thinking like 7. Something like that. I don't know. I'm not doing makeup. I'm just going to throw my hair up and grab some coffee and hit the road, Jack. Are you fully retired? He retires February 1st. So he starts terminal leave tomorrow. He has enough leave saved up in the military that you essentially can get out, but you're still active until your retirement date. But for all intents and purposes, he's done as of tomorrow. He never has to put the uniform back on. He can grow his beard out if he wants, which I really hope you do.
I already threw it away, so I can't put it back on anyways.
Yeah. So they better hope they don't call him back. Jason, where did I miss you coming on? I'm so sorry. Thank you for the super chat, Jason. You guys, Jason is our friend from the very beginning. And he is so gracious and moderates for us on our live streams. And Jason, you were there on the very first one. And you've been there ever since. And I can't even tell you how much I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry if I missed your comment when you came on the live. I know you're never late, so my bad, Jason. My son lives in Anchor Point, Alaska. We will be spending Christmas with him. Yay! You guys, I can't wait for this Christmas in the cabin. Parker's never had a white Christmas. We're going to go sledding. We're going to do all the things, Joe.
I'm going to sit in the house.
You're going to sit in the house? No, you're not. We're going to have a snowball fight. No matter what, your YouTube family will not let you guys go hungry. I just know God's got y'all. Thank you. I can't even tell you guys. I had so many people reach out that were like, if they kick him out and they take his pension, you know, go start a GoFundMe or we got you. I'm like, just so touched. And for me, like my personality, it's hard. Like we have a sweet subscriber that keeps telling me, you need to start a Patreon account. You need to start a Patreon. And I'm like, I struggle with accepting, you want to let them in? I struggle with accepting money from people. And I think that just comes from the way I was raised and the things that we went through. So I told him I was going to pray on that. But I showed Joe the comments. And I was just humbled and like, wow, you know, because I'm the same way. Like you guys know, I posted the Coastie family that got kicked out on a moment's notice. He had a wife and 2 beautiful little children, and they could not even afford security deposits on the new place they were trying to move into. And I told her, I said, make a GoFundMe. Like there's so many of us that support you. We gave her more than what she needed, I think. I just knew that there was enough of us that weren't going to let that happen. And that's because that's what good people do. You know, we help each other. And so thank you. I really appreciate that.
Come on, you want to say hi? Come on.
Here's Gunner saying hi. Hi.
Look, right here.
They're right here.
Look.
This is right here. You see? No? He looks like Bradley with his ears down.
All right.
MTA Solutions is the landline phone service up there. Oh, I lost it. Oh. Oh, you're late, Jason. That's why. I was waiting to see your name and your profile picture. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. We are just happy that you're here. There was a comment. Oh, forgive me, you guys. Look, you guys know, I've said before, I never meant to be a YouTuber. Like, this all happened by accident. And this is the first live stream where we actually got on and there was people waiting for us in comments. And my personality, like, I want to reply to every single one. And it's just really hard. They're going so fast. There's one up here. Someone's driving and listening. I love that. Okay. Yes, I've watched Montana Haven, the sweetest family. I love them. Absolutely love Montana Haven. They're adorable. Congrats to Joe for sticking it out, especially these last few years. Be super careful on the drive up. We look forward to seeing you around Wasilla. Ditto. Ditto, Scott. Thank you. Can't wait to see y'all in Alaska. See Joe empty his AR pond and eventually pop a moose out in the bog. He was looking the whole time we were up there. He was looking for moose. Ooh, Kahlua and cream coffee. Whoa, whoa. So I'm drinking a glass of red wine in a coffee cup because we have no dishes. Everything has been packed. I went to pour my wine and I was like, I don't even have a wine glass to. So I'm drinking wine out of a coffee cup. Ghetto is ghetto does. I moved from New Hampshire to Colorado. Love it here. Colorado is beautiful for sure. I had some family that lived in Colorado. Are you both retired now? So I actually didn't retire. I served for 10 years and then I decided to get out. I did 2 years in the Army and 8 years in the Coast Guard. And then I decided to come home and do the stay-at-home mom thing. So, but Joe is going to be retiring very soon. That's probably really loud to them. We're so used to hearing it. Bradley's chewing his bone. Is that really annoying? Because I can make him stop. You know, you get used to the noises in your house, so I don't know if it's coming across really loud. Vicky, where's Joe's gum? Enjoy watching him chew gum. That is so funny. I know.
I don't have any right now.
Well, it's funny because I told him, I said, no gum. You're not allowed to chew gum on the live stream. And he's like, are you serious? I'm like, no, I'm just kidding. But we get a lot of comments like, Joe and his gum looks like a baseball player. Joe is doing fine. He's just used to life of being careful what he says due to the military being so picky and controlling. He actually did say that.
Katina too.
Yeah. What?
Huh?
What? Me? Being picky and controlling?
Yeah, but what'd I say?
Yeah. Yes, I have to have a pep talk with him. I'm telling you guys, you don't know the whole side of Joe. I have a pep talk with him every time we get on a live stream. And I'm like, okay, look, you can't say this and you can't say this and you can't say this. And he's like, why? Then he comes in here with a box of mini wheats and a bowl of milk. Talking about, can I eat while we do it? And I'm like, no, you can't eat. And he's like, people got to eat. Maybe I just need to let you just do you, Joe.
Yeah.
Because I filter through all the comments. And so I'm the one that's seeing all of the comments, the good and the bad. And so it is inevitable, you guys, to not hear the comments that are going to come from what you're saying. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like I can pre-hear them, like what people are saying. I went and got a pedicure on Wednesday with Parker and I can hear people going, oh, you're not going to make it in Alaska. You're high maintenance. I just hear it before it even happens. So I just, you know, think about that stuff. Yeah, Elmendorf. Oh, Elmendorf's in Anchorage. Okay. Which one was up in Fairbanks? Edwards. No, that's not it. That's not it. I can't remember the Air Force Base up there.
It's just a little one up there.
Please get a GPS tracker for your truck. We did. We have a tracker. And then we also got tire locks for the trailer, tire locks for the truck, 2 badass dogs, pepper spray, and some guns. So I think we might be okay. Let somebody try to steal our trailer. Thank you, Esther. I love you, my friend. You always message me on Instagram. Thank you. They did pick up the Polaris. I just looked at the weather and it was 38 degrees the other day. They haven't had any major snow that I saw in the last few days. They've had snow, but it hasn't really stuck much. So I have no doubt by the time we get up there at the beginning of November, because by the time we get across country, take the ferry, go up through Canada, all the things, it'll be the beginning of November. We'll probably have snow on the ground, I would think. Hi, Darlene. Thank you. I appreciate the prayers. We need them, friends. It's exciting to go across country, but it's also a little nerve-wracking, especially with the culture that we live in. Like, the headlines are ridiculous, right? Like, go pump some gas, Joe, and like watch your six. You know what I'm saying? People be crazy. Carolyn says, I will be traveling along with you, Joe and Parker, on your trip. Yay. I'm so excited. I will do my best to get videos up for you guys. So Tiffany, I think it's going to be about 6 to 7 days to get across country. And then we have a 3-day ferry ride. And our travel through Canada is very short. We will only be going through 6 hours of Canada. And I told Joe, gas up before we go. Like, let's not even stop. Let's just get out of Canada and get into Alaska. I don't know. I am worried about the changes. You know, I know October 1st, they changed the border policies for COVID and things are way more relaxed. But I've also heard horror stories that it really depends on the border agent that you're dealing with that day. So I just want to get through that where I know we're safe again. And then once we're back in Alaska, we have about a 15 or 16 hour drive to the cabin. I have so much respect for you, Joe. Matt, thank you so much. Thanks. I do too. I do too. I'm so proud of him, you guys. I'm just so proud of him. Even for sticking by his convictions. And, you know, I know there's a lot of people that don't understand it, and that's okay. You don't have to. For those of us that know, we know. And it's not easy. It is not easy in a culture where you're like one of the few that's like, I really don't think I'm going to do that. And I'm just, especially with him being kind of like a more quiet person, he doesn't really like confrontation. He doesn't like the drama. So to go up against the Coast Guard the way he has about this topic, I'm just like, wow, who are you? It's like this whole new sexiness, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told you he reminds me of Braveheart. Then you should paint your face blue. You know what I'm saying? Like, travel across country like that. Oh, I'm just saying. It's just like, yeah. You will not. Oh, yeah. Don't say idiot. You can't call me an idiot. Oh, my gosh. I had someone get mad because Joe called me an idiot in a YouTube video. But it's an inside joke. It's like, you know how as a family, everybody has like their little inside jokes that nobody would understand. Even the kids, we say it to each other. And it's an inside joke. Joe would never call me an idiot on purpose, but she got all mad at Joe. Stop it. Amber, make sure you stop at Sam's Club and stock up on some gum for Joe.
Definitely.
Mad respect for you sticking to your guns. Mary from Minnesota, very happy for you. Thank you for your service. Thank you, Mary. Driving and listening. You guys, I can't wait to see your adventure in Alaska. I don't agree with the BS mandates either. Thank you both for your service. Thank you, Christy. Patsy, my mom lives in Wasilla. We love Alaska and have been there several times. My dad was a pastor in Willow. Oh, very cool. Awesome. Matsu Valley's beautiful, huge veggies. I know. I can't wait to garden up there. You guys, the dirt here, our experience at least in Virginia, we had very sandy. It was either sandy or clay. And we did pretty good. You know, you guys saw our gardens and stuff, but we definitely had major failures every year. Like, there was sometimes I just didn't show that crop. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, it was just no point to even show it.
Oh, the soap crop?
The soap crop. That was an accident. my grandpa said I had beautiful Brussels sprout plants, but I had like cabbage worms that were eating them. And my grandpa said, oh, just put a little dish soap in a spray bottle and go spray them. It'll take care of it. And I'm like, really? Okay. So I go and I do that and I spray all my, these Brussels sprouts were like up to my hip. They were gorgeous. The next day I go out there and they are not just dead. Like they are mummified dead. They're just dead. And I'm like, what the heck? And I go back to my grandpa and he's like, well, how much dish soap did you use? And I was like, I don't know, like maybe a quarter cup to, a little spray bottle of water. And he's like, Tina, you're only supposed to use like a teaspoon of dish soap. I was like, well, you didn't tell me that. Oh my gosh, I killed them. I killed every single one.
All brown next day.
Hi, Patricia. Yeah, it looks like you came in a little late. Maybe we're going to try our best to upload some videos along the way of the trip, the ferry ride, going through Canada. Like I'm going to try to do everything so that we can share that experience with you guys. And we should be arriving the beginning of November at the cabin. What are our plans when we arrive? What's our first plans when we get there? First we got to get the batteries for the solar set up.
We gotta get the little propane heater set up.
Speak up, baby. I don't know if they can hear you.
I was telling you.
No, well, tell them.
We just gotta get the little propane wall heater set up.
Yeah.
So all the stuff doesn't freeze in the cabin.
Because we did get that. I shared that with you guys, little propane wall heater to supplement. So we won't be living 100% on wood heat, but it will just be nice to be able to keep the cabin at a certain temperature,
Well, plus when we're not there won't be a fire, so then it's going to freeze. So when we're not, it'll keep it from freezing.
Right. Yeah, the solar panels, everything's up. The company's been working on the property while we've been here in Virginia. And they're coming back out 2 days after we get there to bring the batteries to us. We didn't want to bring the batteries because the cabin isn't heated right now. So getting the necessities with power and all that set up and the heater, got to get the washer and dryer installed, the stackable that we bought. And I don't know. I don't even know. I'm just going to cry. That's what I planned. I'm just going to be so freaking happy to finally be there. Like we're safe. We're there. They can't take it away from us, Joe. If they're going to kick you out now, they're going to have to do it from Alaska, right? But we're there and we can start our little adventure until we see what happens by February 1st. But no, it's the telemarketers. It's election time. So my phone's just been blowing up with like, Bettina, you can help us. Donate now. Definitely got to get up some kind of a wood shed too. Because all the wood we have right now is what we stacked under the porch that we shared with you guys. We have plenty of dead spruce that we can cut down as needed. But that's all the wood we have. We would like to cut down some more wood and get a wood shed put up pretty quick. Tana, I hope I'm saying your name right. This is my first live. Me and hubby and kitties are listening. Thank you, kitties. Love the kitties. Miss my kitties. I did check on the cats and they were adopted out very quickly. I actually, the lady that runs the place, she was our buyer of the 1 acre homestead. So it was really cool. I had like a direct connect to her. I just texted her and was able to check and make sure that they were good and taken care of. Someone says, Joe, were you ever on YouTube Coast Guard Alaska?
No. I was on duty one time though when they were filming one of them, and I watched them film it.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. You look a little blurry, Joe. I don't know. I think. Hold on one sec, guys. Let me move this light over just a little bit. I think that's part of it. Yeah. Because Joe always looks smaller than me, so I'm gonna just.
I'm sitting on 2 pillows too.
What's crazy is he's taller than me. You're like 2 inches taller than me. But every photo, every video, he always looks smaller than me. And I look like really big. I don't want to look it. Stop. Thank you both for your service. Thank you, Tammy. got busy, and now I'm here. Looking forward to seeing your trip in Alaska. Thank you, Teresa. Happy you're here. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your night to hang out with us. Please let me know if you guys have any questions. I want to honor you, this celebration of 50,000 subscribers. And like I said, if I missed your comment, please know it's not on purpose. Just repaste if I missed it. They just go so fast. Sometimes I miss them. Joe, do you hunt and fish?
Yes.
And that's it. That's all you get. That's the only answer.
Hunt, fish, shrimp. On the buoy tender, we did a lot of shrimping and hunting and stuff. Got a big brown bear and a bunch of deer.
Mm-hmm. Hoping to get a boat so we can take Parker out. You guys, Alaska shrimp ain't nothing like it. Don't care where you from. Ain't nothing like it. Fat, sweet, meaty shrimp. It is the best. Joe used to come home from work when he was on the Coast Guard cutter with like gallon-sized Ziploc baggies of the best, amazing Alaska shrimp that they would catch. Let's see. I know there's so
Why are you
many.
going so fast?
Well, because some of those ones I already saw and answered.
Just get my glasses.
Alaska Dreamer, they just bought 7 acres this year, plan to build a cabin and move within the next 5 years. Yay! How exciting. That's like the funnest part, like searching for the property and nailing it down and buying it. Linda loves summers in Alaska. Yeah, I watch them sometimes too. They live up in Fairbanks, which is where we used to live, but they're a really sweet family. Very sweet. Tina, I really believe Joe's captain has Joe's back. I believe everything will be taken care of. Thank you, Michelle. Whoa, somebody wants to be in the live. I am at the DMV with my daughter. She's trying for a permit. Oh, Lord. Congrats with that. Good luck, my friend. I've been there, done that. Jeff, we are waiting to see what happens with Coast Guard, hoping that now that he is on terminal leave starting tomorrow, they'll just leave him be. Like, let him ride out the last 3 months until his retirement. It wouldn't make sense at this point, right? The whole problem is that he's a threat to his coworkers because he's, not what. So it's like, if he's in Alaska in the middle of the woods, he's not a threat to them anymore anyway. So to bring him back, to kick him out, it would just be vindictive at this point. So we are praying that all is good and we're just going to be able to kind of ride this out for the next 3 months. It would be a travesty if they did that to him.
But it doesn't look good on their books.
What?
Because the commandant wants it to be 100% vaccinated.
The commandant.
And that's why she's kicking everybody out.
Yeah,
So
she's
it's 100%.
What, 100%? Oh, she wants the service to be 100% vaccinated. Okay. I have to be careful what I say about that new commandant of the Coast Guard. She's a real winner. Why Alaska? I missed the reason you're moving to Alaska. I would love to see Alaska. We love it. Like, in short, it is an amazing state. We were looking for a state that, hey, excuse me. We were looking for a state that was in alignment with our views, Second Amendment, homeschool laws, doesn't tax military retirement. There was just like a lot of things.
Pretty much hunt and fish wherever you want.
Yeah.
It's kind of free.
Freedom, open spaces, yeah. And we were there twice, so we fell in love with it. It's some people think like, oh my gosh, they don't realize we've already been there. We're going back because we know we love it and we want to go back. It's an amazing state, it really is.
Plus, a lot of the crazies don't want to go there because they watch TV.
Hey,
and all they see is those really cold Alaska shows.
Life Below Zero. Yeah. A lot of people. How do I say this? I don't want to offend anybody. See, I'm pre-thinking of the comments I'm already going to get. A lot of people don't like to live in that environment. They don't like the intense cold weather. Bradley and Gunner, hey, I'm going to kick you out again. No, Hey.
We don't have any toys.
I know, they need toys. Lay down. Take a nap. Come here. You want to say hi? There's Bradley. There's B. That's my B. My BB. Huh. Mwah. What was I saying? Yeah, I just feel like a lot of people don't want to go there. So some of the states are getting overly populated, right? And I don't, with all the crime and all the craziness, I don't want to be in a place that's overpopulated. So Alaska, just, there's a lot of open space there, I guess. Hi, Tina. Hi, Joe. Here's your friend from Germany. Hello, welcome. Have you been following up your story and sharing it with my mom, and have been keeping my fingers crossed ever so hard that all may go well with your transition. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. All of your prayers, you guys. There is power in prayer. There really is. And I think sometimes we forget that. United States Air Force, retired, stationed in Glen Allen, Alaska, worked on the phones at the Copper River School. Oh, cool. We almost bought a cabin in Glen Allen. Yeah. It fell through because there was a bunch of...
Was it the foundation one?
No. What was there? Connexes? What was it? There's buildings that... Okay, that's what it was.
The property line?
Yeah. So there was either some little cabins or like connexes that they made into...
Cabins.
They were cabins. And they listed it as if the little cabins came with the main cabin, which I thought would be super cool because I'm thinking bed and breakfast, guest house when family comes to visit. Well, then when we made the offer, they came back and said, oh, well, those don't go with it. We've already promised those to one of our family members or something.
Because they were right on the property line.
They were right on the property line. So I was a little irritated about that because as a realtor myself, like you need to make sure that you put that in your listing because whatever they see, especially if it's a structure like that, it's assumed that it conveys with the sale unless you say otherwise in the listing. They're going to knock that over. So anyway, we wanted a cabin so bad. We agreed, fine, take the other little cabins. They were going to move them off the property and give them to this family member. But then they started saying, well, we can't get out there until like 6 months later because of the snow or because of this. It just kept like dragging out. And my thing was, I didn't want these people to have, this undetermined amount of time to access our property whenever they wanted to. We're going out there for privacy. Like, I don't want people on my land for an undetermined amount of time. And it just started feeling really weird and shady. And I was like, no, just put it back on the market, see if someone else wants it. And maybe this time put it in the listing that those buildings don't convey, or else you're probably going to have the same problem.
All right, come on.
They took a nap earlier, like when we were setting up. And I told Joe, maybe we could leave them in. All right, but they're puppies. And it's time for play, I guess. What other states did you guys consider? We looked at Tennessee, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho. I think that was it.
Arizona.
We did look at Arizona, like Flagstaff area. I didn't want to be like in the desert of Arizona. I wanted to be where there's pine trees and snow. So we did look at that, but it was very expensive there. And you guys know our whole goal was not to work a job once Joe retires. We don't want to have a big mortgage payment. And so that's kind of why we took Arizona off the list, just because of the price of the housing where we were looking at. How large is your acreage? Natalie, we have 15 acres in Alaska. Linda, love you, Tina and Joe. We love you too. Thank you. Can't wait to see the adventure in Alaska. Prayers for a full retirement as deserved. Be safe on your travels. Angie, talk about crime. I saw a woman attack a man with a 10-inch kitchen knife in a front yard 1 block from my daycare. I called 911. Ambulance took the man to the ER. Woman took off on foot. Nothing on the news. You are the news, Angie. Coming live. We just had our neighbor, just a couple balconies over, her son just got arrested yesterday. We came home and there was cop cars surrounding the apartment building. And I was kind of sad. He's young. I knew he was young. But whenever we take the dogs on walks, like he always says hi to me and Parker. And I could tell there was some shady stuff going on just because like the people that were coming over in and out, like I thought there was probably like they were selling drugs. Something was going down. But anyway, we came home yesterday and they had the kid out there in handcuffs. And we found out today he had broken into a car here in the apartment complex and stolen someone's AR-15, which I'm like, why did you have an AR-15 in your car? But whatever. So he stole the AR-15, took off running. The cops found him, searched his apartment, found a bunch of cash, a bunch of weed, a bunch of supplies for packaging and selling marijuana. So they arrested him, and he's 18 years old. And it's crazy because we see the headlines all the time, and sometimes we get desensitized to it. And it's like, oh, there's another rape. Oh, there's another murder. There's another mom and dad that murdered their kids and hid them in the basement for 10 years. And like all these weird stories. You guys, seriously, what in the hell is going on? What the hell? Like every day the headlines are getting completely bonkers. And the rape and the child molestation, like the things that these grown men are doing to the little children, I'm like, what is happening? Satan has just taken over the world completely with this sexual agenda. He has found something that he can just sink his claws into, that is really hard for men to get away from. And I know it's not just men, but statistically it is usually men that are doing these things. And it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. It's terrifying, really. And they look normal. They look like your neighbor next door, like our neighbor, right? They just look normal people. I didn't know for sure that he was dealing drugs out of the apartment. I didn't know there was guns involved. And, you just never know. You see these people that look totally normal and they could be a psycho. It's so funny. I had to go, what? No, Joe, why are you doing that? I look at these live streams back and I'm like, oh, he was just talking mess the whole time. I'm going to scoot back so I can see what you're doing. Someone said the other day on a comment, Joe's got that Chris Watts vibe going on. And I was like, Chris Watts?
He's got the same last name, so yeah.
And so I Googled Chris Watts, right? And it was the dude that had the midlife crisis that murdered his wife and his 2 daughters because he decided he just didn't want to be married anymore. Baby, you're hitting the thing. Oh. And I was like, really? You little stinker. And so I went and I just blocked him because if you're going to disrespect my husband, you're gone. I'm just not having it. My husband, my children, off limits. But I was like, really? Why? I mean, you do kind of a little bit. Like he's a little short white dude. You got the same haircut and stuff, but it irritated me. I was like, no, he doesn't. Delete, block. Terry, he says, Terry and Marshmallow. Love you too, Terry. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. I just saw you like one of our posts on Instagram the other day, and I started thinking about you, and I hadn't talked to you in a while. He is the one in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Sends the Christmas cards. Yep, and his dog is Marshmallow, his little white dog. So good to hear from you, Terry. I hope you're doing well. I wish we were going to be close to you. I would come see you, but you're like far from where we're going to be driving through in Canada. Do you have any tips? Darn it, I lost it. It keeps moving.
Right there.
Where?
The purple
Oh, right there. Okay. Do you have any tips to try and find land or cabins up in Alaska to buy? I'm currently looking on Zillow and LandWatch. So I will tell you guys, having boots on the ground is a really big asset. And we found a really good realtor up there that we worked with for a good year before we got this cabin. But what was really nice about him is he's just hard charger. He works. You know what I mean? You can get a realtor that doesn't work. So you want to get a realtor that works. And I could text him something. I had a Zillow search feed set up too. But Zillow is not always accurate. You could be looking at something that says it's for sale and it sold 8 months ago. So just be aware of that. But I would send him the listings, and then a lot of them, he would go out and FaceTime us. He would do a FaceTime walkthrough because obviously I can't keep flying from Virginia to Alaska to look at houses. So he put in 5 or 6 different offers for us before we found this cabin. So I would say set yourself up with a search feed on Zillow for sure. And then find a good realtor. And if you want me to give you our realtor's information, I'm happy to do that. Just email me at homefreealaska@gmail.com. I'm sure that he would be happy to help you. a good realtor is what you need, because he's going to know the area probably better than you. And he's going to be able to go look at those houses for you and be your eyes and your ears and your nose. Okay. You need someone to be your nose too, because some of these places, get a good realtor. That's like my biggest piece of advice, I think. Parker, you want to say hi?
Hi.
You coming in? Hello.
Oh, nah, how much you weigh, buddy?
What you think about Alaska P? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to believe we leave in the morning, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
Tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow. Yeah, we've been counting down. Parker's been counting down every day. We leave tomorrow, buddy.
Yeah.
Coming up super quick.
Yep.
Thanks for joining the live, Joe. Love seeing you two lovebirds together. Aww. Oh, Chloe, she's grocery shopping watching the live. I love it. That's dedication, girl. Glad I made it before you were offline. Which comes first, the chicken coop or the Joe shop? Chicken coop. I don't know.
Probably chicken. It's food.
It's food, yeah. Probably the chicken coop, just because that's less of an undertaking than the shop. Because we got to figure out what we want to do for a shop. We have done 2 of the metal building shops on like cement slabs. Bye, baby.
Bye.
I love you too. But Joe's talking about maybe building his own this time. So I think if we could just knock out a chicken coop so that we've got the fresh eggs coming in, that would be really nice. And also that'd be really good for Parker. You guys, we miss the homestead. I miss hearing my chickens. I miss collecting the eggs. I miss everything about it. And you know, the chickens are just a small way to kind of get that going again. So I think that that's going to be one of the first things that we probably do for sure. But then getting the shop up is important too, Joe, because I need you to build stuff. So having somewhere to get out of the weather is super important. That's scary that it's your neighbors, so much criminal activity. We all need more Jesus. Yes, we all need more Jesus. Yeah. Well, and this apartment complex is super expensive. And we opted to pay more when we moved here temporarily to be in a better caliber area that was safe for Parker and everything. But we were just told a few months ago that they started accepting Section 8 into the apartment. Now, don't send me hate mail. I understand there's good people on Section 8. My mom she's not on Section 8, but she's on something similar. So I get that. There's people that have hit hard times and there's good programs out there. But also, a lot of times you get a different caliber of person that comes from those programs. And what we've seen so far in this complex with those people is just people that don't care about the property. They're trashing the place. They've got riffraff in and out all hours of the night.
It's just so rude.
I know, it's just so rude, huh? I'm just so mean. I'm just being honest. So, I mean, hey, you almost got in a fight with one of them and you're calling me rude? What? Yeah, I talked about it on my podcast. Joe almost got in a fight with somebody. He wasn't trying to fight somebody. They were trying to fight him because he told them to pick up their trash. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it at that because there's more to the story, but I'm sure I'm going to offend somebody. Hi, Tracy. Best wishes for a safe trip to your new home. Thank you so much. Here in Houston, a woman's turn. Oh my goodness, I lost it. It's tricky tonight, you guys. I'm trying not to scroll too fast because you guys are set up on moving boxes. Those of you that just joined and didn't know, like if I shake the computer too much, it's not on purpose. Y'all are propped up right now. Aw, Jason said, hey, Parker. Oh. I was trying to find that one. Darn.
Oh, somewhere right in there.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to hold it. Here in Houston, a woman's turn here cell phone last week and said, I killed my daughter today. Oh my gosh. And as a mom, I definitely don't get that. Like I just, we have that motherly instinct to protect. And so I don't understand it. How's Nampa doing? Is he staying there or eventually going to Alaska? He's doing good. The job that he thought he was going to have fell through like I thought it would, unfortunately. I don't know. You know, he's doing okay, but we are the only living family that he has. And so I really wish he didn't go to begin with.
He keeps dropping hints, though.
He keeps dropping hints. He keeps texting saying, oh, I'm already hating California. Like, you know, I'm starting to wonder if Alaska wasn't such a bad idea. So he's dropping hints. So I wouldn't be surprised if we end up, you know, flying down to California at some point to bring him up to Alaska with us. He does have a year lease in the apartment that he's in. And right now with us moving and all the craziness, like getting settled, he's going to stay in that lease for a year. Like this was a decision he made. We dropped everything and, you know, took him across country. Joe drove a week to get him there, like all the things, set him up in his new apartment. I just can't go back a couple months later and like undo that with everything else we have going on. So I want the best for him. And if that means coming back to Alaska with us or coming to Alaska with us, then so be it. But it's just going to have to wait until we get settled so that we could handle that, because that's a lot. That's a big undertaking. It was just to get him to California. Can hardly recognize Joe without his sunglasses. You know what's funny, you guys? Joe refused to wear sunglasses his whole life until, a year ago? I finally got him to break down and buy a pair when we were at Bass Pro. And he has very sensitive eyes. He has allergies. He's always had allergies and they're always really red. And people always think he's high, but he's not high. He just has red eyes and always has to use eye drops and stuff. So with sensitive eyes, I'm like, Joe, you need sunglasses. Like it's hard on your eyes in the sun. So he finally broke down and bought some at Bass Pro. And those are the sunglasses that you see him wearing in all the videos. She said, it's hilarious seeing you pop off on people in the comments. I try not to. Joe's like, just don't answer them. Just don't reply. And a lot of times I don't, or I'll just delete it and I'll block them. But then sometimes, you know, I'm a little feisty. I'm a little firecracker sometimes. And I'm like, look, you might throw down. We can throw down. I'm good with that. Y'all heard about the protests going on overseas concerning the bank's food and keeping warm this winter. Praying you have a great trip to your new home. I've seen a couple of those headlines. Thank you, Gail. She says you guys rock. I have read some of those headlines.
We just put our money in the bank, too.
I know. I know. Thank you, Judy. Oh, I'll have to have Parker read all these. Everybody said hi. Wow, that's how far behind we are. Oh, my goodness. Let's see.
It's going to be a Belgian.
So these are the get some blue blockers. Oh, are those sunglasses,
Yeah.
Angie? Have you heard of them?
Uh-huh.
What are they?
I don't know. I was young when those came out.
Oh, really? So they're not a new thing?
Mm-mm.
When I drove tour buses, my optometrist said a nice pair of sunglasses is the best thing I could do for my eyes. Yeah. I'm so glad he's wearing them now. It's much better for him. I see Section 8 as God's grace. It's something that you don't earn, like an inheritance. Yeah. All right, I'm not even gonna lie. I gotta read that again. I don't understand.
What?
The good fight. I'm just gonna be real. I don't understand. It's like a joke, and I'm like, wait, what? I don't get it. I see Section 8 as God's grace. It's something that you don't earn, like an inheritance, because just given to them. Is that what you mean? My next service dog is going to be a Belgian Malinois. I'm so excited. He is expected mid-2023. He will be for medical and psychiatric alert and PTSD combat related. Yay! I'm so happy for you. You guys, we love these freaking dogs. We love these dogs. And I actually just realized this morning, Joe, there's 25,000 views on that video when we got Gunner.
Yeah.
Whenever I start seeing a bunch of comments come in on one video, I'll go back and look and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's up to like a really big amount. And the comments that we have been getting about these dogs, I'm like dead over here. You guys know if you're on Instagram, because I call it stupid comments and I post them up there. But yeah, people think that they know a lot about these dogs, and some of them have never owned them. So I don't know.
Well, I babysat one.
Yeah, one guy like told me this whole long comment, and then I asked him, I was like, "Have you ever had a Malinois?" And he's like, "Well, I babysat my neighbors." And it's like, well, there you go. I mean, you've never owned one, so how can you tell me? You don't live in my house. You don't know my dogs. You guys see in the videos, it didn't take much. Honest to goodness, it did not take much to get them to where they are. They're just super smart. And Joe, I give all the credit to Joe. Every morning when he takes them to the bathroom, he takes them over into the grocery store parking lot because they have like a big,
my garage.
His garage. They have a big grassy spot over there, and he plays fetch with them, teaches them tricks and obedience. Like everything they do is because of Joe. Like, I'm so proud of you, babe. It's like become his hobby. Like he's just like really good at it. Girl, speak your truth. Jesus got kind of thrown down in the temple. Yes, he did, flipping some tables over. His dad was being disrespected. Which one of us wouldn't stand for our father? Amen to that. Aw, Sandy, thank you. She says, Parker, you're the smartest little guy, and we're so proud of you. I'm going to make sure he reads those comments from you guys. Thank you. Are you still planning on having a TV-free home? Praying the cozy winter will result in baby number 3. No, we're not going to have a TV. We sold it. We sold it. Can you believe we sold it, Joe? We sold it.
Could always buy another one later.
Stop. Don't make it easy.
Just saying.
Because then we won't stick to it, you know? We sold it. We really don't want a TV in the living room in the cabin. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. That's our plan. And baby number 3, Joe. What's up, baby number 3, Joe? We're trying. We're trying. I think I gave you guys an update in this video that's coming out, but this might be TMI. If you got the kids in the room, I'm giving a disclaimer. But after a vasectomy reversal, after whatever, the doctors all have different time frames, but Joe's doctor wanted him to send in a sample after 3 months. So we just sent that in last week. And, they put that under a microscope to determine if there are active, and it came back positive. So that's good. So that means the reversal was a success. And now it just, it's a matter of, God's timing. And they say after a reversal, it takes the man some time for his count to come back up to the levels that they're supposed to be at. So it might just be a matter of the count is not enough yet. I don't know. But it was a success. They are there. And we have been trying. We just finished cycle 3 of trying, and I'm not pregnant. So we will just keep trying. But I've been under some stress lately, so that might be part of it too. I don't know. Charles, the other dog, Ollie, we shipped him to our daughter, Lexi, in California. Ollie was pretty much Lexi's dog, and she asked us if when she got settled over there and in a place where she could have him, if we would ship him to her, and we did. We sent him over like in June, I think, just a couple months ago. He's doing really well over there with Lex.
I don't remember dates.
I do. I don't know why I remember all that stuff. So much to keep us busy without a TV. Yes, that's the thing. You get so much done when you don't have a TV. You guys, it's like a time sucker. It really is. The TV and the phone. Like we could sit down with Netflix or Prime and like binge watch shows for 5 to 6 hours straight. No joke. And
5 to 6 weeks straight.
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous. There's so much to get done at the Alaska property. We do not need to be sitting in front of the TV. We have a lot of stuff that we need to get done. What type of hobbies do you like to do to keep busy without a TV? We read. I like to read to Parker, and I crochet. We do a lot of like DIY projects when we're in a place where we can. It's been hard in the apartment. We don't have a garage and a shop and Joe's tools and all that, but What are some things you like to do if we don't have TV?
Sleep.
Stop. Sleep. There ain't no time for sleep, Joe. You gotta build me a chicken coop.
We used to go to bed like 9 o'clock when we didn't have a TV.
We did. We were actually tired. Like when you don't have electronics in your face, like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, you're like, dang, I'm like super tired. But when you've got like, your phone in your face, you're like cracked out fiending. You don't realize how tired your body really is. So it's kind of interesting to see that melatonin, once it kicks in, that natural sleep hormone, how we defy that by all of the electronics we have in our face all the time. If you don't have it in your face and you allow your body to do what it's supposed to do, you'll be tired because that's just how we're made. TV is trash. Thank you. Dreamcatcher signing off. Wishing you safe travels and fair skies. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Hopefully we'll get to see some of your crochet projects. So Vicki, here's the thing.
Maybe about 3 years.
13 years? I have projects, but they never get done. Like I start a blanket and then I get bored with the same pattern or the same color. And then I see new bright colors and I'm like, oh, let me start a new blanket. And then I get started on that blanket. So I do have a couple of favorite patterns though. Maybe I will share those on a video because I know a lot of you like to crochet. I'm working on a blanket for Lexi right now that she'll probably get when she's 35. Maybe.
When it'll just fit on her belly.
Yeah. Instead of being like
Because you made it for her as
an Afghan, it turns into a baby blanket. Just enough to cover her feet. That's all you need. Pretty much only watch YouTube now. So much homesteading and cabin building videos to watch. There really is a lot of homesteading type videos.
No.
If it wasn't for TV, I never would have found you guys. Then keep watching TV, Charles. I'm just kidding. I'm glad you found us. I mean, there's a time and a place for it. Don't get me wrong. Like we will still have family movie nights. We will still watch some shows with Parker because we're going to let him have his little TV in his room. And someone was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. You don't want a TV, but you're going to let your kid have it. Oh, okay. And I was like, oh my gosh, Karen, calm down. That doesn't mean Parker gets to like click through cable. We haven't had cable in 5 or 6 years.
Just Netflix
or Prime. And it's like, he knows he has to ask to watch shows. He knows that he's not allowed to be on electronics all the time. We have very strict rules about that in our house. So what type of animals are you going to have on the property? Natalie, so we're definitely going to have chickens.
That's it.
That's not it, Joe. We talked about this.
You talked about stuff.
No, we talked about it. Joe's hoping it's just chickens, but I'm hoping sometime in the future to get another dairy animal, whether it's a cow or another sheep. I don't know, but being so pushed out there, I would love nothing more than to have my own dairy products so I can make butter again and yogurt and all the things I used to make when we had a cow. So
see the orange S?
Joe needs more guns.
See?
You honed in on that one freaking comment. You are so ridiculous. He needs more guns. Yeah, like he needs a hole in his foot. I guess you really can't have enough guns, right? I agree with that. Aw, good night from Cork, Ireland. Good night, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Ireland. I love that. Thank you. I love following your channel so much. Can't wait for all the Alaska adventures.
It's going to be late over there. Huh?
Yeah, it's got to be late over there. What time is it in Ireland? I'm surprised sometimes when people get on here from all over the place.
Let's take a look.
Joe's like, let's look and find out. But then I'm disabled veteran, so TV is my only source of entertainment. I live with my oldest daughter, son-in-law, and grandson, but they don't come up to see me much. Aw. Thank you for your service, Charles. We appreciate you.
So it's 12:14 a.m. right now.
Oh, gosh, in the morning, like middle of the night?
Yeah.
Wow. So jump back and forth between the different projects. That's pretty much, yeah, that's what I do. That's how it is on the homestead, too.
That's
We
what I
never,
do.
yeah, we never have just like one build or one project going on at once. If you can't drive from the road, I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm sure your travels won't bring you there, but would help you on the road. I don't know. I'm not sure. It depends on like where we're at. And sometimes it's kind of hard with my phone. I was going to try to do some shorts, you know, the 1 minute YouTube shorts that they came out with not too long ago, but I'm definitely going to be doing videos along the way and trying to upload them. I just don't know if we're going to have enough signal to do a live stream. Angie, what happened to your beehives when you left the 1 acre homestead? Are you going to raise bees again in Alaska?
We sold them to a warrant officer in the Coast Guard. He bought them, and then we're gonna eventually. I want to try and make like a bee shed where their hives are inside a shed, so I could keep it warm in there, and I don't know, it's just easier for them over the winter. So they'll just use the little tube to get into the shed into their hive. But that's later on down the road.
Like in 3 months.
No.
I need honey, Joe. We need honey, Joe. I'm like thinking of, I'm like, if we got eggs from the chickens, honey from the bees, milk from the cow or the sheep, what else do we need? Fishing for salmon, hunting for bread. I can do bread. I got the grain mill. Like, just call us Mom, Pa, Ingalls. All the guns, a whole shop just to hold them all. Oh, man. All right, Chloe. Thank you. Thanks for letting us grocery shop with you, girl. You need Nigerian dwarf goats, ducks, geese, and sheep. Okay. We used to milk a goat when I was a kid because my brother was allergic to cow's milk. I didn't like it. I know I'm probably going to lose subscribers for saying that. I didn't like the taste of it. But that was when I was a kid. I have not had goat's milk since I have grown. And you know, your taste buds change. So I actually thought about that. And I'll tell you, as you know, from being a milker before, the size of the teat matters, right? Because we had sorry, see what I'm saying? It says unedited live Joe. But the cow's teats were huge. So it was super easy on my hands. The sheep, Delilah, horrible. I mean, it was like Meet the Fockers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm milking a cat.
It was, yes, that's what it felt like, milking Delilah. But her milk was so delicious. So goats have good sized teats. And I have thought about that. And they can help clear out the brush and all that. So I'm not ruling it out. Maybe we'll get one in conjunction with whatever dairy animal we decide to get just to try it out. But I just remember not liking the taste of the goat's milk when I was a kid. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe set, oh my goodness, where did it go? Maybe set a little goal, like once the shop is built, you buy a TV. Chickens are crazily priced here. Also, there's a gal here who delivers fresh milk for around $40 a month. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's awesome. Ireland is 5 hours ahead of Eastern time. Oh yeah, super late. I'm surprised they were still on. Goats are great for milking. They're excellent pack animals for high mountain trails. Parker's in 5th grade. We just started our 5th year homeschooling. Someone asked what grade he's in. The fields of fireweed is great for the beehives. We're definitely doing beehives again, you guys. We got the honey extractor last year, which made extracting the honey so easy. And we actually still have, what, 1.5 gallons of that honey left? Maybe 2 gallons or a gallon.
1.5 gallons.
Yeah, I think we have like 1.5 gallons left still from our beehives. And I use it in my bread baking and my oatmeal to sweeten things. I mean, we love honey and it's so good for you. Alexanne, I hope I say your name right. Hello, she's from Canada. Super late. It's all right, my friend. It's all good. I think we are going to hop off here in just a few minutes, though, because it is 7:20. It's been about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Handgun freeze. Oh, gosh, I just saw that. You're talking about Canada? I watched him talking about that. Just tyranny, absolute tyranny. My old dog used to get raw goat's milk. It's very healthy for them. Yeah, we used to feed our raw cow's milk to our pigs, and the geese loved it. The chickens loved it. Barbara Sue, I just saw that. She said, I don't do goat's milk either.
We'll go up.
Come on.
Joe, will you grow a beard now? Of course.
Yes. So when COVID happened,
I shaved for the last time yesterday.
yeah, he grew his beard out when COVID happened because they sent them home to telework. It was like marrying a brand new man. I was like, hey. And then we found out like he's Scottish, majority, like Scottish. When he grows his beard out, it's completely red, like orange red. And it's crazy because your hair is not that color. But that's where Lexi gets her red hair from. You guys didn't know our daughter. She has blazing red hair and it's all natural. It's the Scottishness, I guess. I have Scottish too, apparently. I thought I was Native. Mom lied to me. She told me I was like Choctaw Indian my whole life growing up, so I thought I had. Somebody's at the door. Ding dong. I thought I was Native American. Apparently I wasn't because I did Ancestry DNA. I have no Native American in me at all. So I was kind of sad about that. I thought I was like, connected to like that, and I'm not.
I'll read that one. Absolutely.
I don't know how to say that. Apime hives are the ones I hear about for extreme winters. Oh, like
I think those are the plastic ones, right?
Are those the ones you were just looking at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Joe was just looking at some hives like that are like insulated.
Might have to do those and then do a bee shed later.
Please no beard, Joe. Is a good-looking guy. Don't spoil it. Oh, Christine. No, ma'am. No. But you have to see him with the beard first before you can say that. He's handsome either way.
Let's see if I got it.
Jason says, Joe, let me know when you get your hives ready and I'll ship you some queens.
Cool.
Because Jason does bees.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he does. Thank you, Jason.
And I almost wore a shirt today and I didn't.
The Bama Outdoors.
Yeah.
He wears that shirt all the time, Jason. He loves it. I've worn mine a couple times, but Joe's a t-shirt person, obviously. So he's wearing them all the time. You probably see him in our videos. The material in the shirts you sent us are so soft and they don't shrink. So that's really nice. But that means a lot, Jason. Like coming from you, that would be really cool that our hives, are a part of you. You're special to us. Thank you for that. So we'll definitely hit you up once we get everything going.
Yeah.
Roasted goat is delicious.
Mm.
Sounds like Jeremiah, my brother. Yeah. Roasted
I
goat. See, I feel like that's like eating a dog. I don't know. That's like... But I mean, it's not. I mean, I get that because when we had the sheep, we were raising their lambs to eat them because we love lamb. So I'm just teasing. Don't get mad at me. I've never eaten goat, so it seems kind of weird. It's one of those things. It's like if someone said to eat a horse, I'd be like, but that's a horse.
That's where the other dog went, actually.
What? No, no, it's not. Oh my goodness, definitely not eating dog, Joe. So Josie, it's a joy seeing Joe. So talkative. Wow. How are you feeling, Joe? Joe, so funny hearing you ask that when I say feelings check.
Oh.
Feelings check, Joe. How you feeling today? Tons of blessings to you both. Keep safe. Stay courageous. Thank you, you guys. We really appreciate it. So excited. It's been a journey. Still a little bit of uncertainty, right, for the next 3 months. But like I said, we're trusting that all is well. The next video I have coming, have a tissue box because maybe it was just me, but I was just super emotional. We had some pretty cool stuff go down that we decided we wanted to share with you guys. So that'll be coming out in a couple of days. I'll get that edited and uploaded for you. And we'll record along the way and try to upload when we can, when we have a good signal along the way. And then, hope you guys follow us on Instagram and Facebook because we do have like live updates there all the time. I post in stories and everything.
Yeah, hook up with Natalie there.
Where's Natalie? We should get together and do a Greek lamb roast. How come you only see the comments talk about guns and food? Snow is coming. Hurry up. I'm trying, Brian. I'm trying. I know. If we could just get there and just have a week without the snow, that would be fantastic. How can it take so long to make decisions on his retirement? Because right now the Coast Guard is treading new waters as well. They are not even following their own policies. They have essentially denied 1,400 to 1,600 religious exemption requests.
I mean, my retirement decision was quick. Like, I'm on that trail, but it's just they can kick me out anytime for not getting the
vaccine.
So like my retirement's going as scheduled. It's just at any time they could
take it away.
Yeah.
It's a valid question. Like, we've been sitting in limbo for a whole year since this mandate came out, and it's sad, you guys. You see the rescue swimmer that just was for saving how many people in Hurricane Ian. He's getting kicked out because he's not vaccinated. So everybody says we're safe, but then the Coast Guard keeps doing things that are unheard of, that don't make sense. And that's what scares me, is they're very unpredictable right now. Glad you like the shirts. My brother is cutting them into sleeveless. I'll shirt as well. Thanks, Jason. I like sleeveless shirts, especially on guys. Like, for me personally, I don't like tank tops on guys. But if he took this t-shirt and cut the sleeve off, I like it. Because, you know, ladies, like when your man's outside working with a hammer and like you can see, ball peen hammer. Joe's favorite hammer. You guys know the joke. I don't know. There's just something about being able to see like the pec and like the ribs and stuff when he's like hammering and working. So yeah, I like those cutoff shirts, Jason. I'm just saying. Natalie, because I'm Greek, Mexican, Italian, and do my own butchering. Dang, girl.
Oh, I like Mexican too.
Yeah, Joe likes Mexican too, all day. My 5-year-old, Anella, is enjoying this live with you guys. Hi, Anella. Hello. Welcome. Now I really have to be careful what I say. Tuned in, was hoping you'd be 400 miles closer. No Starlink roaming for internet. Not yet, my friend. David, we leave tomorrow. We drive out tomorrow. I read that Starlink is supposed to be available in 2023, like spring of 2023 in Alaska, but I don't know if that's true. Good luck to you all. Safe journey home. Praying for your service, men and women. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, they're praying for us. Maybe I'll make some food for you guys when you go up there. You are so nice, Natalie. Joe would love that. I mean, we would love that, but Joe especially. When you get here, make sure you get on the moose kill list. Yeah. Yeah, we have a neighbor that we met. Her name's Linda, and she told us about that. I think she said every year she gets a moose, right? From the kill list. She
said some of them she has to send to the next person on the list because she
still has a ton of meat left over. Yeah. So, but yeah, we're excited, you guys. If there isn't any other questions or anything, we'll probably go ahead and head out. We have some last minute stuff we got to load into the trailer, and we're going to try to get an early start tomorrow morning. But wow, we appreciate your prayers. And it's been a lot of planning and logistics to get us to this point. And I can't wait to get there. And I can't wait to see you with the beard. And I can't wait for my chickens. You know, lots of plans.
Couple months.
Someone told me on one of the videos I just did in Alaska, he's like, here you are worrying about changing out your flooring and what your bathroom sink looks like. And some people don't even have a bathroom sink. I was like, oh my God.
Well, that's because we don't even have any firewood.
Yeah, we don't have firewood. So many comments about how we shouldn't have stacked the firewood under the porch because it's going to be a fire hazard and termites are going to eat us. And just like the comments are crazy. It's like nothing, no matter what we ever did, we could never please everybody. Nothing we ever did would ever please everybody. And we're learning too. Like I said, we're learning as we go. We have never done this. But what I do know is Joe and I are hard workers. And just because I wear mascara doesn't mean I'm not a hard worker. And Joe and I are a good team. So we're gonna do it up. See how it goes. Jenny, I am happy. Thank you. I'm very happy. Grow it, Joe. Brian says. Brian is in Alaska. And if I remember right, he is our neighbor, basically.
Oh, really?
He lives very close to where we're going to be.
Nice.
Thanks, you guys. And thanks for joining us tonight. Sorry, it was a little, I felt like it was a little all over the place. Maybe it wasn't, but I really tried to get through the comments and they're just happening so fast that I can't get them all. So please forgive me if we didn't get to your comment, but we love you guys very much. We thank you for your support and your prayers, and we will see you guys on the road. Huh?
He's in Houston.
Houston. Super close. Your YouTube family loves you.
Doing a greenhouse.
Definitely doing a greenhouse. For sure. We love you guys too. Jason, thank you for moderating. Can you guys just give like a shout out to Jason, Bama Outdoors? He moderates comments for us when we do our live streams. Jason, thank you. Like every time I do a live stream, my armpits start to sweat. I don't know what it is, because that first time that I didn't know about moderating comments and we stopped and we had people leave some really sexual, nasty, pornographic comments and stuff. And I was mortified. I was like, oh my God, I'm never doing a live stream again. And Jason came in and saved the day, and he never misses a live stream, and just so grateful. But no pressure, Jason. You know that you don't have to, okay? We love you so much. All right, you guys. Email me, homefreealaska@gmail.com if I missed anything tonight, and we look forward to talking with you guys in the comment section. I'll have a video up for you here in just a couple days of our last week here in Virginia. And
you gotta get that thing going.
Huh?
We don't have internet after tomorrow.
We'll have internet at the hotels.
Oh.
Yeah. So just a couple days. I'm pretty much done with it. I just have to do the tail end of it, but I'll have that up for you guys. And then the next time you'll see us after that, we'll be on the road. Yeah. So have a wonderful night, and thanks for hanging out with us. And we'll see you guys very soon.
Angela text me.
What? Okay, Angie. I'll check my email. Thank you. All right, guys. We love you. We'll
Thank you.
see you soon.